compatibility is key in who you want to get married to.
This is question time with Aunty Dessy. Question time with Aunty Dessy.
Hello viewers, it's question time with Aunty Dessy. On this show, we will be giving answers to some of the questions in your heart about relationship. And to the glory of God, I have here with me a certified marriage coach. If you are having further questions, you can kindly send them to auntydessyacademic@gmail.com. I repeat, auntydessymarriageacademy@gmail.com. So, Aunty Dessy, you're welcome. Can we know a little about you?
Thank you. My name is Adesola Adeosun. I've been married for more than 14 years to my one and only husband, Adeyinka Adeosun. I am an accountant by training, but a marriage counselor by calling. I got certified in the year 2019 under the Institute of Marriage and Family Affairs, USA, and God has helped me in different capacity to counsel young ones before and after marriage. God has helped us to give them a new idea of what marriage is according to the scripture. And God has also helped me to counsel people that find themselves in one issue or the other inside the marriage, and they're all doing well to the glory of God. And God has helped us to have couples hangout yearly. It's a time where couples come together to unwind, to learn, and to bond again.
Awesome. You're welcome once again, Ma. You know, the first question before me is this. In this general world, a lot of people tend to be confused. Like, how do I know the perfect will of God? How do I get to understand that this is the perfect person for me and for the marriage? Can you please help us enlighten or shed light to that question?
All right. I will first of all say that they are confused because they don't even know God in the first place. You don't only seek clarification when it comes to your marital decision. You seek clarification from God at every step that you want to take. But nowadays, we see that young ones are so keen. I want to hear God. What is God saying about my marital life? Who should I marry? But the question I will ask, do you hear God before? Do you know how God speaks to you? The first thing is knowing God and knowing God for yourself. It's knowing God and hearing how God speaks to you. If you know how God speaks to you, you will not be confused at any junction. All you need to go to is to go to God. If you are a lady, maybe a guy approached you, and God, is it the one? And as a matter of fact, you might even know, God might have shown you who the guy is before coming, because you have a relationship with your Father. Having a relationship with God is key to knowing who to marry. That is the first step. If you have a relationship with God and you know how God speaks to you and God is saying this, there are still some factors you have to put in place. One, you must be compatible. Compatibility is key in who you want to get married to. I will stop there. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma. Viewers, do you get that? A relationship with your Father in heaven, it's very much important even before you get to know what is the will of God for your life. So on to the next question. I'm a guy and I'm in a relationship with this lady. I've been trying to, do everything possible. She wants me to be open to her, and yes, I have been open in my own capacity. And, it seems as though this lady does not seem to appreciate everything that I am trying to do. Like, the more I try to be open, she's still lacking that sense of trust, total trust in me. So what do I do? I'm getting tired about it. I've tried everything possible to please this person, or it seems as though it's not working. What do I do as a man?
Okay. For that guy, what I would say first of all, they both need to go and see a counselor. And one thing I tell people when you are going to a counselor is the same way you don't cover up when you get to your doctor, you don't cover up when you get to your lawyer, when you get to your counselor, be it a pastor, you have to be open. But let me say this, when a lady is not satisfied, naturally human being wants more. Maybe she is finding traces of insecurity or lack of trust. Maybe you have seen in the words of the guy lies. It's not impossible, maybe you have lied to her before, or you have been untrue to her before, and she might find it difficult to believe your words again. And it might be, I'm answering this question now based on different angles. If I'm to see you one-on-one, I will know where to tackle it. It might be from where she's coming from. It might be her mother is the first person that model relationship marriage to her. And whether we like it or not, by default, we pick it. I, as a person, there are some things I decide not to pick from my parents' marriage because I don't want it, so I buried it. It is one or two cases, like I said. It's either the lady is not satisfied, in the nature of man, we are not satisfied, or she has seen her mother not believing the words of her father. And for that lady, I want to tell you that trust is essential in marriage. In any relationship, even friendship, you must be ready to trust that person. So if you cannot trust the guy, you cannot move forward, because you're already seeing red flags that can bring about issues in that marriage. And I will say it again, the two of you will need to go and see a marriage counselor. What does she want more? Have you asked her? What are the things you think, or she thinks that you are not telling him, you are not telling her rather? She might want more, and you think that that is all that you have said. And to ladies, I once counseled a couple when they were courting, then the lady would say, he's not telling me this. I don't know his ACM and PIN. I don't even know where he collects his salary. The only thing he would tell me is that, okay, you are going to market tomorrow, you are planning for your wedding. And I told her, I said, relax. Everything is going to come at the right time. Lo and behold, I think a few days after their marriage, I saw an epistle in my inbox. Mommy, you said it. Oh, he gave me the pin, he gave me this, he gave me that. So it depends for we ladies too. You must know the man that you are dating. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ma. Wow, this is great. I hope you are enjoying it, viewers. Okay, when you were talking the other time, you talked about red flags. So what are those red flags that a guy or a lady needs to watch out for in a relationship to help in the marriage further?
All right. In a relationship, like you said, courtship, your marriage is your continuation of your courtship. Courtship don't just end. You continue into the marriage. So whatsoever signal that you are seeing in your present relationship, if it's not handled, they are the ones that will turn to an issue inside the marriage. And that is what I call the red flags. Like I said in that other question, lack of trust is a red flag. Because when trust is missing in any relationship, there will be issues. Hello, where are you? I'm at home now. Are you sure you're at home? It has to, and the guy is at home. You begin to have conflicts. You begin to have issues. A competitive spirit is a red flag. When I mean competitive, you are competing with a guy, or you are competing with a lady, or you are wearing your relationship side by side with another relationship. You are now begin to compare You are comparing the man you want to marry or the lady you want to marry. Can't you see that person? That means you are not satisfied. So how do you want to tell us that when eventually you get married, you'll be satisfied? You don't compare, because we have our differences. Our ability differs. Like, for instance, my husband has some things I won't expect him to do. And if I now begin to compete, then can't you see another person is doing this? My husband is not a kitchen person. Another husband can be a kitchen person. So when I begin to compare, can't you see this? Can't you see that? So when she begins, or he, is either he or she, begin to call, oh, can't you see how that lady greeted or greeted us? No. You are now competing, my mommy. Go, let him go and marry his mommy. They are red flags, and it's coming from an angle of not being satisfied. It's a time for you to sit down critically. Yes, I understand there's the will of God, but you still go back to that God. The mistake we make when we see red flags is as though God has said. Yes, God has said is our Father. I said earlier on that is a father, son, or daughter relationship. There is a time for us to communicate. So you go back to that same father and say, these are the signs that you are seeing. What other signs? Lack of communication. You don't communicate. Communication is a vital ingredient in marriage. How do you want to handle, he doesn't talk, she doesn't talk? No, you have to communicate. It's not the talking type. Excuse me, there is nobody that is not the talking type. There is a place people talk. Where we talk is what differs. So, but when it now comes to the man that you want to marry or the lady you want to marry, and yes, you are not communicating, is a red flag. And I will say this last one, I will end. Selfishness. I. It's just all about, you are discussing, and all he or she is saying is just about herself or himself, is a red flag. It's selfishness. When the guy or the lady is beginning to think just for herself alone, she is not even concerned about you, is a red flag you need to watch for before you eventually go and tie the knot, so it will not turn to an issue in the marriage.
Thank you, ma. Awesome. I hope you're enjoying this show, my viewers. Sincerely, I am personally, and I hope you're getting something that is very, very important. Thank you very much, Aunty Dessy. You know, to the last question now, and I'll be picking that last question from one of the second red flags that you talk about. That is about comparison. I have this friend of mine who happens to be like, okay, he is in a relationship with a lady, but this lady tends to be like going to her friend's place. Anytime she goes to her friend, they have conversation, this and that. Then when the lady comes back to the guy now, the lady is always like, oh, my friend is doing this, I want to also do it that way as well. You know, comparison, you know, why are you not also like this, my friend's guy? I don't know if you're getting my point, but you know, this guy seems to be like, why is this lady doing like this? And you know, I was even telling this guy that this lady knows who you are, so she shouldn't be, you know, trying to compare you to the guy of the friend now of the lady. So what can that, my friend as a guy, what can that person do? And what advice can I give to the lady as well? And today, so please help us once again.
All right. So that lady, I smile because I wouldn't know. It's getting so bad that people don't have mind of their own. You don't have what you stand for. That is the room that actually bats comparison. You are not satisfied, you are not contented by your own personal self. To that lady, I would tell her that she should be contented with herself. And lack of contentment can lead even her astray to a wrong man. Because you know the guy, and yet you keep coming and saying, can't you be like, maybe you should go maybe you should go and find somebody that is like that other guy. But now to be candid, the two of them should sit themselves down. Let the guy sit the lady down and excuse me, lady, this is me. Are you ready to journey with me like this? This is who I am. I am not hiding. Are you ready to go on this journey with me? Because marriage is a journey. Marriage is not a destination. So when you think I got a wedding ceremony, or I'm going to my house, I'm happy, you are beginning a journey. And you know what? The journey, we don't even know how long, how far. We all pray to live good old age or till Jesus come. We don't know when Jesus is coming. So you sit her down. Excuse me, madam. Are you sure you are ready to go on this journey with me? This is who I am. And you tell the lady, learn to be yourself. Don't look at what other people are doing. Don't look, don't compare. Don't look at what if has she ever thought that what if the other girl is lying? What if other girl is packaging? Because we have many people that package now, and they say, my guy did this, my guy is all lie. It's just for you just to have like be looking at me like a big girl. Have she thought the other way around? What if this other lady is packaging for her and she's falling for it? So the best thing, they sit themselves down and they from true talk, and they know whether they want to move ahead or they want to call it short.
Wow, great, awesome. That's from the well of wisdom. I want to believe you have enjoyed the show, and that you have not just enjoyed the show alone, but you have also learned one or two things. By the grace of God, we are bringing this broadcast now to an end. But this is not the end. Like I said the other time, if you are having questions that bothers your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Kindly send it to auntydessyacademy@gmail.com, and I believe that your questions will get the fullness of it. Once again, Aunty Dessy, you're welcome. My online audience, see you some other time. Bye.